Hey Virgo, welcome to this space. We are going to read for your, no, we're going to read for the last half of November. So from November 21st through the 30th, okay? We are in a Mercury's retrograde right now. So, those messages will also come out in these readings as well. I am going to be speaking to my ancestors. Please check your moon and or rising placements for deeper resonance. I am reading for all three, your sun, moon, and rising placements. Okay. I'm reading for both sidereal and Western astrological charts. So please keep that in mind. And we're going to talk about the past, the present, and the future. So the recent past, your present, and your, I would say maybe your immediate future. So like the next couple of weeks after November into December, or the next month or two, right? So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising signs. Like I've been telling everybody in the beginning of these readings, the universe itself, the cosmos, the planets, the moon, the stars, right, the sun, that is just a really gigantic cosmic machine. It is a well-oiled machine, and it is only here to do its purpose. It's not necessarily here to condemn us or to block us or to help us. It is here to do what it was created to do. That is it, to fulfill its purpose on a day-by-day basis. Your ancestors, your gods, your goddesses, the entities that guard and protect you, for some of you guys that you pray to, those are the messengers and the energies, the beings that are actually here to help you along your journey. Okay. So let's just bear that in mind, because Mercury's retrograde, people get really frustrated around this time, but it's not Mercury that is necessarily messing everything up. Mercury is just doing what Mercury does when it goes into retrograde. It's like a machine. It's just like, okay, it's time for me to go into retrograde, and that's it. Everybody else is just going to have to deal with it. So the reason why I give these readings a lot of the time is because, if not all the time, is to help you understand, every zodiac sign understand how to use that time and space in different transits throughout time and space in the universe, for our success. Okay, so Mercury's in retrograde right now, so that just means that we have to understand how to live and navigate our relationships and our lives without that energy being as close to us for 3 weeks. But it's going to be, we have a week left. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see. Ancestors, we thank you so much for being here. What is the forecast in Virgo's recent past? Virgo, sun, moon, and rising signs for the last half of November 21st through the 30th of 2025. Ancestors, thank you. What messages do you have regarding their past? What was going on with them in the recent past for the last few months? Within the last few months or the last few weeks? For Virgo. Sorry guys, that's way too many cards. Ancestors, for Virgo's sun, moon, and rising signs for their recent past regarding the month of November 21st through the 30th. Okay, so a decision. We have the Two of Swords. A decision that needed to be made. But a tough decision, though. To the point where something had to come to a standstill. You have the Ace of Cups. So this... Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Fire. So there's a little bit of stubbornness here, Virgo. In your past, a little bit of stubbornness, because I do see the Seven of Wands as stubbornness for some readings and some situations. Because the Seven of Wands, yes, it can be perseverance. Yes, it can be like, a person standing up for what they believe and things like that. But looking at the Two of Swords, a difficult decision needing to be made in the past and the Ace of Cups. I sense that this difficult situation ended up being the very thing that blessed you. Okay. However, there's a little bit of stubbornness here. Now, others of you, this can be a past situation where there is someone that, or something that you, this is someone that you love very much. If this is romantic, like emotionally, like you really feel deeply for this person. Like the Ace of Cups is deep love, okay? This is deep emotional love, spiritual love even. Like this is someone that you think about all the time because you're feeling things for them all the time. Okay? So, there is some type of I can't I'm trying to turn this around and say like maybe this can be a friend as well. But I don't sense that this is a friend. If it's a friend, then you are in love with them or they are in love with you. Okay. Um, but also the Ace of Cups, as far as love, deep love, can also be for family, like maybe your children, your husband or your wife, your mom or your dad, your siblings, like that type of love. I feel like, yes, you can really be deeply, like you can be in love with your friends for sure. But I'm not getting that for you, Virgo. I'm sensing family or a person that you have grown to really, really love a lot. Okay. Like on a romantic, deep emotional level. And so that's probably why this decision in your past that you needed to make or that you were faced with, I'm not saying that you made your decision. Maybe, well, actually, you did. You did. You were faced with a decision, and whether you made the right or wrong choice, I'm not really sure what choice you made. It depends. Um, but it was hard for you to make that choice. It was hard. It's quite possible that you fought with somebody regarding a choice that they wanted you to make, and you may or may not have been ready to make that choice. Hmm. I'm also sensing that some of you are kind of pretending like the Ace of Cups is like the Ace of Cups is happening, this deep emotional connection here, but or this deep love for someone or something here in your past, but at the same time it's not 100% real. It's like somebody is like, yeah, everything is okay, everything is fine, everything is dandy, but it really isn't. It isn't, because there may have been some fights that erupt that show that things are not okay, Virgo. So either someone is constantly fighting with you and bringing up emotional things from the past to you, and you're like, oh, I thought we were okay. And maybe this person acts like it's okay, but it really isn't. Like there's a problem that needs to be solved, right? Is this person trying to solve the problem? I don't know. Now, if this is vice versa and this is you doing this and you're pretending like things are okay, but you're still kind of complaining about things, or you're still kind of like being resentful, or you're angry or something, I don't know. Um, there's some need for growth here. Okay. It's weird. It's like something that makes you happy. It's like you have a problem with, or something that makes someone happy in your like in your life. It's like they kind of like don't know how to embrace that love for some reason, and it's like there's always like a stalemate, or you being at a crossroads with this situation or this person, and it's like, when are we going to grow? When are we going to move to the next level? Let's see what your present moments are looking like. Let's see what's going on with you, Virgo, in your lives in the present time for the month of November 21st through the 30th for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising signs. Oop. Oh, that's a lot of cards. We don't need all those, but let me pick them up. Jeez. The cards that were kind of facing upwards, though, is the Tower, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So yeah, there's definitely some deep love here, like I said. Still a decision that needs to be made. But this type of decision now is like, it's not a stalemate. It's not like you guys are stuck and you're just like, well, you know, whatever happens, happens. It's like, no, this is making clear, careful, weighed decisions with the Lovers, right? This is like wanting to grow, because with the Ace of, you have another Ace with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, I want to grow. Like something here like had to stop and pause. And that was probably a little bit difficult. Maybe, again, I just see some of you, Virgo, you got into fights, or you got into a fight with somebody, or you got into, there was some type of disagreement where someone walked out or shut the door in your face, I don't know, or threatened to leave you, or you threatened to leave them, or stop talking to them, or what have you. But there's this Tower moment that happened. So some of you guys, you did cut somebody off and you broke up with them because you wanted growth. You wanted stability. You want stability currently. So yes, with this Tower moment, I sensed that there was some type of explosion of emotions or words between you and another person. And you were like, I'm done. I really do not want to deal with this anymore. Okay. Very interesting here, you guys. Let me put this here. So yeah, there's somebody at the bottom of the deck. You have the Four of Cups. So it's, you see that there are greater possibilities out there for you in the world, and that this situation is just not growing for you. So yeah, so some of you guys, you're definitely leaving somebody behind. You're like, there's better for me out there. Like, I'm tired of this back and forth, having to choose, you know, having to pause. Like, you're looking for forward movement at this point. And I get the sense some of you, Virgo, like this is long term. Like, you've known this person for a very long time. And you just kind of feel like, why is this not pushing forward? Why is this not happening? And let's pull a couple more cards for your present. What's going on in your present moments in this situation, Virgo ancestors, for Virgos in their present moment. Yep. Okay. Three of Swords. So whatever has happened, whether you're still communicating with this person or whether you broke up with them, some of you guys are dealing with a fire sign with the Queen of Wands, a Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I read that as Leo, the Queen of Wands. You could be dealing with a Leo, and maybe there were some hurtful words exchanged, Virgo. So some of you guys, you were like, I'm hurt. Like, you're feeling hurt right now, you know. You're needing some time to forgive yourself for whatever it is that you have put up with or whatever you've done in a relationship. But yeah, this is when I see the Tower, it's like, it's a moment where you don't really see this happening necessarily. Like, you don't expect it, but it happens. And then you just decide, you know what? I want something better. I want progress. I want stability. I want a successful partnership. I want successful partnerships. And this is where you're going with it, especially if you have fire in your chart, you guys. But it hurts. It doesn't feel good. Let's go ahead and see what your future holds. What does the future hold for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs ancestors? What does the future hold for Virgos? Those born under the constellation or moon of Virgo, constellation of Virgo, ancestors, for their future regarding November 21st through 30th and into December. For their future. Ooh. Okay, you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, things are going to get better with your money. There's going to be people who are willing to, you know, you're going to get paid at your job what you're worth. You're going to get paid for the hard work that you put in. Some of you guys are going to get a raise finally. There's going to be some new opportunities when it comes to money and your job. Some of you, it's your career or your education. So after you kind of exit this situation, that's when you're going to see progress with your money. Now, we have the Fool at the bottom of the deck. So you have a lot of big dreams and goals here. But you have to be willing to take that leap of faith and be like, you know, I'm not going to focus on this problem in my life. I'm just going to heal from it. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to, you know, just live in the present moment, but continue to push forward. And that's very good of you, Virgo. It's not an easy road to get to this Six of Pentacles here. It's not an easy road to get to a relationship that's going to give back to you the way you give to them, right? You kind of have to get your heart broken maybe a number of times before you actually decide, I don't want this anymore. Okay. So someone has broken your heart one last time. Someone has disrespected you one last time. And you're like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want this anymore. That's a lot. That's hard to handle. That's a lot, but you got this. Now, others of you, what I will say, if this is not you breaking up with somebody, I sense that if you're going to stay with them and work things out, if this is someone who's like, I really want to work it out and you guys just can't really understand each other for some reason, it's like, I'm sensing that there have been some words that you regret saying or that the other person regrets saying. And stability is still the topic of conversation with you and this person. And I get the sense that there is, you or this other person, you want to be on the same page. You want someone to give equally. Okay. Financially, but then there's this strong love there. I just sense that, you know, that is going to happen for you in the future where you will be able to give equally financially or give more financially, or the other person is going to be able to give more financially. Because I'm getting that some of you guys, you're in a situation where there is a marriage or a relationship or a roommate situation or a family situation where money is kind of being tossed in your face, or you're tossing it in someone else's face. Like, I want to move forward with you. I want to grow with you, but like, you know, we're not stable. We're not stable because the Ace of Cups is all about fertility. It's like having kids, having a beautiful home life, feeling good. But when it comes to the emotional part, that's where the stalemate happens for you, Virgo, or for your this person or these people, because in the home, someone, you or someone else is focused on money. It's like the money is not where I want it to be right now. And I have a lot of goals and aspirations. And I can't reach those goals and be happy with my life if the money is not where I want it to be. And this can be you or the other person. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to do, you guys, but if there is deep love in this relationship, you have to determine, like, is love that important to you? right? Is this person actually really trying to do their best to give financially and do their part as best they can? Can you compromise and just be like, okay, they're trying their best? Because what I see in the future, for those of you who are still in a relationship and there's no breakups happening, what I see in the future is the money getting better. I see that this person or you are going to be paid what you are owed at work. But if this is not just about money and it's more about, okay, I'm doing this for you, but you don't kind of, it's like you want somebody to mirror your energy, so to speak, and how much they give, and they don't. Maybe you feel that there is someone who really doesn't pay attention to how much work you do or how much you love them. I don't know. Could also be a sexual thing too. Maybe someone is not really giving to you intimately as much as you give to them, and that could be frustrating. This is very complicated. This is a very complicated situation. Okay? It's complicated, Virgo. Let's go ahead and clarify the Two of Swords in your past and the Ace of Cups. Okay, the Chariot and the Page of Wands came out. This is the same two cards that fell out together for Leo's reading, but in a different order. So this tells me that one of you in a relationship, you or another person, you're go-getters, and you could have Leo in your chart, or they have Leo in their chart, or Aries or Sagittarius. I see this as either or. Like someone, like, okay. The stalemate, what I'm seeing here, Virgo, is that you or you both do not see, or you and these other people do not see that both are trying their best. Both parties are trying their best, but you or the other person is being a very judgmental about the situation, and it's like, well, that's not good enough for me. Because somebody is showing up as the emperor, and they're like, no, you need to do better. You need to do more. You know? Okay? So that depends on you and that's between y'all and God, okay? So if you leave this relationship and you're just like, sorry, this person's just not good enough for me, like they're not, even if that person is really trying to do their best, if it's not good enough for you, Virgo, and you just decide to leave, guess what? That's your verdict, okay? You just have to move on, and that person is just going to have to figure it out, right? Just saying. But if there are those of you, you're just like, if you're willing to kind of bend a little bit and you're willing to compromise and you're willing to open your heart to understanding, okay, this person's actually trying. Maybe I need to stop being so hard on them. Because the Emperor is, that's Aries, okay? Not really the most like understanding type of energy. It's like, no, you need to do work. You need to do more work. You need to break your back. You need to make sure that you're doing everything to show that you are capable. This can be you or someone else doing this in a relationship, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify the present moment. Again, I do see forward movement in the past. This clarifying that I do see forward movement traveling together, but there's always some type of stalemate or pause that happens because someone is not really connecting emotionally because of material reasons, okay? Or sexual reasons, I don't know. Let's clarify the Lovers, the Tower, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords for you guys in your present moment, Virgo, because you are hurt. I do see that you and this other party involved, this relationship, like you or this other person very, very much hurt. Yeah, very, very much hurt. You have the Three of Wands. So in your present moment, it's like, you really want the blessings that you have worked so hard for and prayed for. You want them to start coming in. But you have anxiety and you feel defeated. You or this other person just feels so defeated. You know? And let's pull another card for the present moment. Like, you do have really positive, like, yeah, somebody's emotionally confused here. Like, somebody has a lot of things that they're feeling, a lot of things that they want. We have the Queen of Wands again. So some of you guys are dealing with a Leo, or you have Leo in your chart. So yeah, this person that you're dealing with is a fire sign, or they have a very confident personality, and maybe this is you. Maybe you both do. And that could be the conflict there, where both people are not willing to humble themselves and see, like, okay, like, let me just see this other person's point of view. So what I'm seeing in the present moment as advice for you guys, Virgo, if this is something that you really want to work on for yourselves, or, you know, if this is a relationship that you want to continue, even though it's hard right now because you guys don't see eye to eye with this person, even if it's a friend or a roommate, or a family member, I'm just sensing that you or the other person, somebody needs to humble themselves and to look at the other person's heart and realize, okay, this person's really working really hard. And if they're not, that's different, okay? If they're not working hard and they're not trying to pay their dues and they're not trying to show you, like, hey, I'm willing to work and do whatever I can to keep this relationship going, if they're not doing that, that's a different story, okay? You don't need to stay in a relationship like that. You know, if somebody's just being stubborn and narcissistic and they're just trying to gaslight you into thinking that you're the one that's wrong and they're doing everything that they can, no, you need to get out of that, Virgo. But if this is someone with as the Queen of Wands, you know, with the Three of Wands, I'm just sensing that if this is someone who's really trying their damnedest to please you, Virgo, or you're trying to do this to please them, somebody's gonna have to realize, okay, like, let me just be patient with this person. Let me just be patient. Because there's a brand new lesson to come out of this with the Page of Pentacles. Somebody, again, may have just gotten a new job and they're in training right now. Maybe they're not getting paid a lot right now, but that's okay. Let's clarify your future, the Six of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. So whether you're single or in a relationship or with a roommate or family member, Six of Cups, yeah, healing the past. Remembering the past, reminiscing. Some of you guys, if you're still in a relationship or you're married, like, you're going to start thinking about, wow, we've been through a lot, but we made it. We're happy together, right? Like, there's going to be some type of beautiful thing that happens where debts will be paid off. You know, you're not going to have to worry about money, Virgo. You're not going to have to worry about money that much anymore, at least. Okay, and you're going to be thinking about your past like, wow, I've been through so much, but I made it. I made it. I did it. Okay. So I still see a very bright future here. Stability. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, Six of Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. That's you. Okay. And you have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so be careful with that. Make sure you're being very honest with yourself and in the relationship if you're still in a relationship. So again, for those of you who broke up with this person, all I see here is that things are going to get better for you with your job and your money. And if you're looking for a new relationship, like, just continue to focus on your money, continue to focus on yourself. This new relationship will come around. It will. And it will match your energy as well. Okay. But you need to be honest about what you want and be honest about what you're not going to tolerate moving forward. Okay. Others of you, some of you guys may decide, I want to be in a relationship with someone who actually is, like, financially, like, aware. You know, they are able to pull their own weight financially. That's fine, but you gotta be honest about it. You know, You got to be honest about it. But if you're in a relationship right now with somebody who's really trying their hardest, Virgo, and maybe you're the one that's trying your hardest and you're trying to get the job, you're trying to go take the classes and, you know, just money is just a little bit tight or whatever. Maybe you're just not being intimate with your partner because you're so focused on money right now. Maybe they're complaining, you know, the communication needs to be there. You have to communicate clearly and be like, listen, I am so focused on trying to be stable right now, and I don't have time to focus on the intimacy as much. Can you please be patient with me and, you know, let me do what I need to do, right? Have some honest conversations, because I feel like that there's a relationship here that some of you guys are in and you really love this person and you don't want to leave them. You don't want to, if this is not romantic and it's family, maybe the family feels like you're not coming around anymore and somebody's upset about it, but it's like, I'm not, maybe you need to let them know. You have the card, yes. Your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. So if your intuition is telling you to leave a situation because it's toxic, leave. But if your intuition is telling you this is the right situation, this is a blessed situation, it's a blessed marriage or a blessed relationship, then you're fine. Follow your gut though, not what's going on up here. Follow your gut. Don't follow what friends are telling you, you know. Follow what your gut is telling you. Okay, let's pull one more card, you guys. But this can be family members who are just like, you know, you don't come around anymore, you don't answer my phone calls, you don't this, you don't that, you know. And maybe it's because, you know, maybe they need to start asking you, hey, what's going on? You know, why haven't you been coming around? Is everything okay? Like maybe there just needs to be a little bit more compassion in the relationships that you're in, Virgo. Either this is advice for you, or this is like, you know, which it is advice for you. Okay, just make sure that in your relationships you are practicing having compassion. Don't be hard on your person. Don't be hard on your family or your friends. Okay, just check in and be like, is everything okay? You know, don't attack and say like, well, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, blah, 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 and list it, because that's the kind of a Virgo thing to do, to just list all this stuff off and be like, well, you're not doing this, you need to do this, you need to do that, and have a checklist. If, you know, just kind of just check in and be like, are you okay? Is everything all right? What can I do to help? And if there's nothing that you can do, like that person needs to be honest about that. Right? And if there's nothing anybody can do to make you feel better in that moment, you need to say so and be like, there's nothing anybody can do, but, you know, thank you for asking. You know, just really, really honest conversations, or just honest communication. It doesn't even have to be a conversation, Virgo. All right. One more card, Virgo. Ancestors for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for their advice for November 21st through the 30th. A time for healing. Yeah, so just kind of chill out, Virgo. An end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, just relax, you guys. It's all right. Whatever you're choosing in your relationships, you don't need to nitpick. Neither should you allow anybody to nitpick you, okay? Just do your best. Allow everybody else to do their best. And then everything will be fine, right? But if it's a breakup because it's toxic, take the heartache, take it for what it is, and just move on, because things are going to get better. Your money is going to get better, okay? Your life is going to get better. And you will meet that person. You will meet a new person if you're single, or if you're looking for a new relationship, okay? Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.